Talking about the goddamn gathering. We are live once again on YouTube with some fucking
Look,
tape eaters. I feel like my volume's
all
not
I
high
know
enough. Do I have to yell into this
about
bitch?
the gathering is that like last year you guys didn't fuck any juggalettes through a fence, and I've seen video of this happening, and I'm disappointed, honestly. That
Fucking a
like
juggalette through. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sure what
juggalette through
Doro
We could
did to
fences.
that
slap.
woman, nor am I sure if she was a juggalette.
It was
However,
in
I
a
am
tent, and the guy
sure
was a
that she
homeless
got
woman.
boned.
He Karma Sutra'd her. He gave him
You had to do it to
he
her.
he
Had to. Oh, that's
he
too loud.
got the
He was
energies
put
of
in a
Shakti and
self-defense
Shiva.
situation.
He was using his
Fucking
tantra.
shot.
I can assure
his
you, Doro did
tantra.
not need a gun against his head to bang a crack whore.
He gave her that crackhead like the spiritual like fucking ways of sexual
Cured all of her
prowess.
addictions right there.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
honestly, afterwards she probably went back home to her parents.
Yeah, she went right back and confessed to her father all of her sins.
her crackhead third eye opened at that moment. She was like, "Oh, no!" That was so
brown
funny.
eye
Like,
opened? You mean?
no, dude, it was so funny.
She opened up her third hole.
It's like Ethan Ralph all over again.
She opened up her piss hole for Doro.
It was so funny that when we were back at the camp, like I was talking to Dora. I was like asking if I was like, "Dude, how was it? Like, what were you doing?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, I was smashing it." Like, that's all I was saying. Like, he gave him a conversation. He was like, "Dude, I was smashing it. It felt so good." Hey, but
I would imagine.
it was probably the E talking because
Dude.
we took the beans.
As
But,
if you needed fucking. As if you needed to E to make sex feel good. Like, it just do that. It's
Yeah,
automatic.
bro. Even if it's a crack whore, it's still warm and soft, bro. Like, what do you mean?
But like he was just like
every
like,
port in the storm, right?
she told him to like go. She was like, "All right, you gotta go now." And then like she just went to sleep right there in front of him.
Well, he said that she was like tripping out. She was like on acid. She didn't know what to do with herself, and she was just like coming up. And he's like, "All right, see ya."
Well, that's what I was saying because like she was already tweaking when we met her, and then fucking when we went back, like I cut up some more tabs and like they took some, and like so like she was probably like geeking hard off of that.
Hell,
Dude, she was definitely out of her mind. And it was so funny that we were at the campsite and like Dora was telling us how dirty her tent was. It was just like just trash everywhere in the fucking tent.
It doesn't sound like it was that much worse than our tent, if I'm being 100% obvious.
No, dude, our trash was outside, not like in our tent.
Yeah, we just threw it outside the tent.
We were joking.
I don't think it was actually the opposite of that. I was gathering shit and just putting it in the tent, making it more fucking filthy. Someone had to do it.
Well, I guess my tent wasn't like that.
I'm talking about like the awning, not the actual tents. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's like in the grass. That's what I was saying. Like we just threw this shit everywhere. But fucking, it was funny. We were like joking about her. Like it was like another city inside her tent because how dirty it was.
That was Agartha.
It was
The
like-
inside of the
Agartha.
crackhead, the crack
It was the hidden
temptresses.
earth. It was the hidden earth. It was this Chinese sinkhole.
That's what I called her, pussy.
Chinese sinkhole.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
More like a Chinese stink
Yeah,
hole.
chat. Let me know if my audio is weird. It looks weird. Does it sound okay? You guys don't know. Sounds good to you guys. Let's see what the fuck's going on at the goddamn gathering, huh? Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
What kind of sideshows? Is this the sideshows? No, this is the competitions.
What was that thing that you posted about like free tattoos or some shit?
That is a thing.
Like,
That's the first thing. Free tattoos at the gathering of the Juggalos. So it's gonna be like set flash designs, black and white, but like, hell yeah, it does. Yes, it is a breeding ground for fucking disease and infection. I don't care. I'm getting that fucking tattoo. I don't want to be all fucked
yeah,
up.
I'm getting that. I'm gonna get the hatchet man right here.
I'll bet.
Right here on the I'll have an eyebrow hatchet man guy.
Dude, can the people see you on stream? Can they? Yeah, they can see you.
Yeah, like
All right. You skipped ahead. Now I'm all fucked up. I gotta find the tattoo shit now. Oh, here we go. Clown Love Tattoo Party, baby. Wednesday, noon to 8 p.m. This is the Juggalo Dream. Come on down to get stabbed. We will be cranking out super duper fresh gathering exclusive tattoos for free. That's right, motherfuckers, for free. There will be set flash designs to choose from, black and gray only, and set sizes so we can tat up as many ninjas as we can. We will have a sign-up sheet to get your asses down there to lock in a spot. Tattooing has been a dream come true for me, so I can't think of anything fresher than spreading the love with my family at the Gathering of Dreams. I guess this is the tattoo artist speaking here. Don't you worry, we will have Saniderm bandages to cover them up, so yo stank ass don't get an infection. I'm just gonna be like rubbing my tattoo in the porta potties. I'm gonna make sure this is a fucking trip to remember, dude. So call yo mom, ask for permission, and come get inky with us. Don't forget your ID and be over 18 because we legit. Dedicated to Dana. Mad Clown Love, baby.
Clown Love.
Yeah, I want to get a tattoo. Maybe like bridge the gap here on my arm. Who knows? But I do be looking forward to that shit. What else? Yeah, we got Gathering of the Juggalo podcasts live. I haven't seen that. This is your chance to meet up with the hosts of some of your favorite Juggalo podcasts, and you can even listen while they record and broadcast new episodes live from the Gathering. Kick it with other sophisticated-ass podcast listening homies, enter contests,
Dude, we have to get on there.
And hang with the crews from shows like Fago Lovers, Mankini TV, Replicon, Toxic Plague Entertainment, Juggalo Judgment, ICP with We, Deck One Dealt, Ugly Juggalos podcast, and more. And fuck, if you don't listen to podcasts, maybe it's time to start. Your first step is to come meet all these dope-ass ninjas that are out here creating sick new content for Juggalos on the regular. So I guess there's never been a better time to let you people know. I was recently on Humble Among's channel. Just look up Humble Among in channels, set the fucking channels. And yeah, we had a conversation about the Dark Carnival and Eastern mysticism. It's very interesting. You should check it the fuck out. I'm trying to shill it hard, dude. I'd be on that Reddit, dude. Letting the ninjas know we got some fresh shit dropping.
Ninjas. That's like a good friggin' YouTube safe.
It is. There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
We gotta get on there, dude. We gotta do the podcast.
Well, I don't know if it's inviting people, whoever they want, to just podcast, but I will be honest. If some of those people were named, then I could definitely do it because my quality is much higher than a couple of those people.
Oof.
And no, I don't have the views. I don't know. Whatever. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, praise the algorithm.
They'll come.
Juggalos are a nice little niche that I would like to be able to monetize, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I love Juggalos, and I'll make more Juggalo content if that's what you want, and you fucking got my back. I'll make the shit. It's good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. It's part of who we are. It's not just like a fucking corporate shit.
That's true. We ain't down with that.
Yeah.
That's what I appreciate about ICP is how they can build that entire brand and have a whole festival of fucking wrestling promotion, do whatever the fuck they want. Hell yeah, dude. Conrad in the chat, Greasy tries not to drop N-bombs in front of the Juggalos challenge. Level impossible. Yeah, dude. That is one thing to keep in mind. Fucking Austin in the chat, whoop whoop. What up, Scar? Good to have everybody. Where else were? Let's go through. We're going through all this shit, dude. I do be wasting everybody's time reading every single one of these entries. We talked about a couple of these things. We talked about the Blacklight. Oh, this is different. 5K Blacklight charity run. Light up the darkness for suicide prevention. Sweet, dude. Witness the most excited and meaningful 5K around. Whether you walk, run, sprint, march, crawl, or fucking skip, we don't care. Join us as we light up the darkness and complete a 5K on the gathering grounds to support suicide prevention. I would rather go.
5K is not as intimidating as it sounds. I always thought a 5K was a lot, and then I did one, and like it was like a terrain race shit, and I fell in mud, and I was fat. I was like 220 pounds when I did it, and it was just 3 miles. 3 miles. I did 4.82 miles just walking in an hour like 2 days ago. So y'all
First of all,
prevent suicide by walking, even though nobody cares.
I want to run a 5K in support of suicide for Eminem specifically. It would fly at the gathering.
What if you,
First of all,
through guerrilla marketing, make it that? Like, what if you just tell everybody, look, this beef, I know violent gay, so
can have
like, but you know the
we already did.
You know
like
Eminem's
Flame talking right now. What's up?
Dude, we did more than fucking, what was it, 4K, 5K?
Yeah, but I wasn't running nowhere.
Dude, yeah, well, I don't think they're going to be running around those fucking, the site.
That's what you do, right?
Run.
You just run around the loop.
Didn't Matt step in shit?
Whether you walk, run, sprint, march, crawl, or fucking skip, we don't care. Running confirmed. Juggalos running. Watch out, y'all. I'll be stanking.
If you walk for 45 minutes straight, you've done a 5K.
Around there.
I mean,
like, walk for 45 minutes straight. You've done a 5K.
Does it say what time it is? Like, if it's like 5 a.m., then it like makes sense, I guess. No, I don't know. But I'll do it, dude. I'll get all fucked up and I'll start running. I'm only gonna get about a quarter mile into this bitch before I commit suicide myself, and this whole thing is for naught.
Exactly. Just to prove that they're wrong. Like you've gone through it all. You've dealt with the trials and turmoil, and you're done. You're just fucking done.
So then it's the aerial Juggalo family photo. Juggalos have been running with ICP for 25 plus years. The Juggalo world has grown into what it is because they created a foundation for the Juggalos to build a family it has become today. Becoming part of the commercial world is going to be the outside place to go home. Yeah, but what about the photo? Gather for an epic aerial family photo where the Juggalos will spell out ICP. It's time we create a family photo that will leave a mark in the Juggalo world and the hearts of clowns who started it all.
They're gonna scan you in with a drone.
I mean, you can't see, but you can't identify me through the face paint. That's what you don't understand.
As long as you got the face paint on, but from what I understand, only Doro wore face paint. You better get the cans out, bro. Brother. True. You think huffing fucking nitrous is good? Wait until you get some spray paint also left on your face.
Silver spray paint. There we go.
Witness me.
You got silver and black spray paint, and then you have to have somebody who's able to like take like a brush with some like acrylic paint on your forehead with a little Bigfoot.
Dude, I saw videos of people at the gathering getting their faces spray painted. That's fucking gnarly. Not for me, dude.
Hardcore. No, it's not for me either. But like I wanted to go to the gathering, and it really pains me that you guys are going to the gathering 2 years in a row. I thought it was a 1 year thing, and it was a special thing. And I was like,
it's special.
No,
it's special.
We're Juggalos for life now.
Yeah,
dude.
you know it. Whoop, whoop.
You're down with the clown until you're down in the ground, dead in the ground, bro. Like, I get it. Trust me, I've been a Juggalo since I was fucking 14. I get it. And now I'm cleaned up and I wear pomade in my hair to go to my office job. I get it.
My only question is, if there was no Juggalo, or was no gathering of the Juggalos, where would we go? What the fuck could even begin to...
We go to Big Dub, dude.
Big Dub? That's your answer?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, we go to some bullshit like that, dude.
That is like a totally different thing, but I don't know if that's the way to go. I'd rather go to like a rainbow gathering or something fucked up.
We meet up in a rainbow gathering, but like splinter off from it.
That's like
in my local national forest.
Rainbow gathering is like real hippies, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but at least it's like
Vermin Supreme, which is disgusting.
Dude,
I'll kill it.
We'll go there.
Glitter bomb.
We'll go to a rainbow gathering, and like we'd be cringed out as some of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, but that would be. I feel like it would be.
Some cool
here's
guys.
the problem, though.
We get some cool guys.
You're right.
Too.
Here's the thing, though. I would find way more cringe at like a mainstream festival like Big Dub, because at least at the rainbow gathering, those motherfuckers, like, you don't buy tickets. You go meet up in the middle of the fucking woods, and they build their fucking city there. Like, there's like ingenuity happening.
Oh, yeah.
There's like determination.
Because you're able to live on federal land for 3 weeks at a time. You can throw a 3-week party on federal land, no problem. Nobody's gonna fucking come tear you down, which is awesome.
Yeah, but
at
fucking Big Dub, it's gonna be like, this stage is built by Pepsi.
I went to Electric Daisy Carnival the first time it was in Orlando. It was normally a Las Vegas show. I went the first time it was in Orlando, and like the third time it was in Orlando. And the first time I went, it was just fucking like EDM people, and we're all fucking rolling our shits off, and Tiesto's on the stage, and some guy turns around and blows fucking vapor Vicks in my eyes, and he's like, he may as well be God himself up on that stage. I'm like, fuck yeah, bro, And then the second time I went, it's all fucking whores with no panties on, wearing fishnets and fucking pasties, and I'm like, this has been corrupted by Satan. Like, that's literally all I can say about this.
Devil walks among us.
It was a cool time to go envision God on stage, and how God himself is praising these whores. That's how I felt. But I was doing a lot of amphetamines during both of those encounters.
Gotta do it.
I don't know.
So we got a fucking music video shoot. That's another thing, is we got the Cypher music video shoot happening. I definitely want to be in it. I've only been part of one music video shoot in my life, a Mudvayne music video shoot in like 2005.
You were in a Mudvayne video?
Yeah, dude. Went to New York City for a Mudvayne video. I wasn't in it at all, but I was there. I was in the crowd where it was being filmed.
I was gonna be like, damn, man, that's cool.
No, I was just there for the film. I was in the crowd, in the extras, in the set.
That's cool.
Who's doing the music video, Yakov?
Cypher, which Jerry likes. Cypher. Jerry's a big Cypher stan. Macarena, they're definitely gonna put you on MTV for this one.
TV.
Man, but you do something crazy enough in the music video, somebody's gonna feature you just because you popped off while they're filming.
Yeah, well, that one thing is, if you dress like a crazy person, you dress like a lunatic, you put on like crazy costume or whatever the fuck, you'll get in the music video. That's one thing I've seen.
As soon as you see a camera, like as long as you're not completely fucked up during that time. And you're able to stay cognizant of what's around you. As soon as you see a camera, you just do something fucking silly.
Yeah, but the nature of cinematography means like they're filming a lot of people. And
yeah, you're right.
Unless you stand out. Yeah, I don't know. So
no, you're right.
Then we move on to Psycho and Baby Doll's Wedding of Dreams. Dear Juggalo family, Psycho and Baby Doll have invited all of you, the dreamers, juggalos, juggalettes, scrubs, ballers, ninjas, and wasteland warriors. Yes, all you beautiful, fresh motherfuckers. That's us, dude. To come witness the wedding of dreams. These two wicked souls will be joined under the power of the Dark Carnival here at Legend Valley in all of its beauty and splendor. So come, my family, and help them to rejoice and to celebrate in this momentous occasion. One that was
the only matrimony I respect is one that is done under the sacred jurisdiction of the Dark Carnival.
One that will steer the destiny of these two wicked clowns. But wait, there's more. These ninjas have requested that all of you ladies and gents come dressed to kill in your freshest get-ups and dopest face paint, and don't forget to bring your Fago for the finale. Come one and come all to the dream stage for Psycho and Baby Doll's Wedding of Dreams. I guess you have to blast them with fucking diet soda.
So let me ask a question about this. I know last year sometime, Bobby Lashley and Lana got married, and Lana
it was at last year's gathering.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley's chest makeup rubbed off on her face. Is that going to happen? Because their clown makeup going to rub off on each other's faces? That would be the wedding.
That's true love, dude.
So where now they're full or negative images of each other on each other's face. That's real. That's a real sacred matrimony.
That's the bond. Yeah, clowny daggers, y'all. This one interesting.
Clowny.
We got Vinny who's making a bunch of fucking noise. Stop doing that.
The schlopping? I don't know what that schlopping is. It
That's a good question.
Sorry guys, that was me.
It's mute.
Fucking fun.
It's Yakub.
So we got Vinny, the ICP Kids Waffle House. I don't know what the fuck this is.
That just makes waffles.
Are they bringing Waffle House to?
Featured here is a unique opportunity of luck. This event is completely interactive and all ninjas must be present to participate. Come and enjoy fresh merch waffles from a menu of chance. This is a cash-only Waffle House. Please show up on time so we can get the party started. I have no idea. It sounds like you're just buying swag.
Waffles, brother. You're gonna pay $30 for 4 waffles and a sausage patty, like a Johnsonville sausage patty that's been microwaved.
So we got a costume
Nah,
contest.
dude.
That's cool.
You've never seen the Waffle House, the mobile Waffle Houses? Like they bring Waffle House
I mean,
like
it's hardly
anywhere.
a house, to be honest.
Yeah, but this is just some guy. This is just
Yeah, he doesn't even live
town
there.
man.
It's not a fucking home. You can't call this a
He
home. He doesn't have a
What's that?
family.
It's not branded by Waffle House. I don't understand how they're getting away with the Waffle House aspect. But to me, it sounds like just some guy in clown face is gonna cook waffles for people.
It sounds like buying
I
merch with some sort of spinning wheel, probably. I don't know.
They specifically said merch, which
Spinning
makes
wheel.
me think that the waffles are going to be very expensive.
Expensive waffles. We got the pricey waffles. We use the
Try
best
to think.
ingredients
Like,
in Ohio.
So if Obama put waffles on a menu, are you going to trust those?
The Obama
Like,
waffles?
come on
I will
now,
never
brother.
eat the
Obama
Obama
waffles?
waffles.
I won't get the
Won't
Trump
eat the
waffle.
Obama waffles at the
If
feast.
Obama's at the gathering, are you going to eat his waffles? Come on. Now, brother.
Dude, you know what that's code for. We're not doing this. So, we got the Iron Gullet competition. The Lost Ninja Clan presents the Iron Gullet competition. Come join us and watch as contestants face off in a fierce battle of elimination. 6 rounds of extreme food from around the motherfucking globe. We're going globally. Mr. International over here. Grand prize winner gets $400 cold hard cash. Everyone who participates will walk away with a prize. Snacks, food, and Faygo for the Juggalos in the audience, as well as a special halftime event where selected audience members will be able to participate in the games as well. So, who's eating the hot dogs? Polak, are you going to man up?
If I make it there, I will be eating the hot dog.
Dude, if you make it there. We've already decided you're going to make it there. I'm sorry about that.
We're gonna make it there. I'm fine with like a 30-hour bus ride.
Dude, we're doing it. We're all doing it.
30 hours is small.
I've flown to Ukraine and it was like 35 hours before, like in
That's
total. So
that's an airplane. That involves pressure changes. This is just a bus. It's easy.
yeah,
I'm
it
going
was
to be
horrible.
driving for like 14 hours. It's going to suck, but we're going to do it. Then we got Juggalo Saloon and Sharpshooting Gallery.
I was stuck next to this like real lanky dude that was like going to Thailand for some reason, probably obvious reasons.
Shit, yeah.
He was like I was stuck in the middle between him and this like fat Indian woman. She had way too much perfume on. And like it's like 7 hours into the flight and I gotta piss really bad. And it's like one of those piss where your kidneys start to hurt.
Dude,
And like, yeah.
I see a doctor.
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
Who's
we're
going
going
to kidney
and like
failure?
I just was like, I'm like, sorry, I gotta get up.
My pee
So,
is
like, I like-
brown.
Yeah, so like I like do a jump over this guy and like stumble towards the friggin' bathroom going there. It's like a pressure valve letting off because like I feel like my kidneys are like sucking back in. It's like friggin' it's like one of those pisses that feels like it's so good because it's like
This is
I
terrible.
know.
yeah
If you feel like
Yeah.
it's backed up, I know what you mean.
yeah. And I was like, I went and I like awkwardly sat back down, and then like I noticed the fat Indian woman was like watching an Indian soap opera.
It was a
The
good story.
fucking yeah, and she was like shaking her fist at it. It was so fucking funny.
So, guys,
Hell yeah.
it's confirmed. There's going to be shooting at the gathering of the Juggalos. It's not. Don't worry. It's not what you
Shooting
think.
heroin, but like,
Yeah. Shooting LSD
Not
directly into
wearing
my
baby
asshole. So we have the Juggalo Saloon
You got
and Sharpshooting
murder on there.
Gallery. Welcome to the Juggalo Saloon and Shooting Gallery. We have Whoop Dub on tap and chickens to hunt. We're going to rustle up some big money to put towards Juggalo families affected by juvenile diabetes. All donations collected at the event throughout the week will go to Juggalos attending the gathering who have a little ninja running around kicking juvenile diabetes in the face.
Hell yeah.
I fucking
So,
hate
like-
juvenile diabetes. I don't have no problem beating up.
Kick it in the face.
How far do I want
Like,
to go
you-
with this? I can't beat up
What
children.
you're
I have to
telling
wait
me-
till they grow up.
You're kicking
if
up
they
childhood disease.
if
They won't
there's
grow
a
up.
if there's a juggalo who happens to have a child who happens to have type 1 diabetes, I think is the one that you get when you're a kid. I could be wrong. It could be reverse on that. It could be type.
It could be
2.
both.
Well, if they have both, I might. I mean, they just can't have sugar, and that sucks. But yeah, I'd beat up their kid.
I meant one of the
Yeah.
other.
Like I've been,
Juvenile diabetes, these kids don't even stand a chance.
yeah. I mean, like if they don't have enough blood sugar going in, I don't see how I could lose. So I don't see what the downside is.
Get beat up like
That's
five
what
of
they're
them at a
paying
time.
for, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what this event is, right? Like you just have like there's a job application for this, right? I'm just trying to make it.
After juvenile diabetes, we go on to the lingerie contest, which is exactly what you would imagine it is.
Serious? Is this actually on the card?
Dude, why would you question this? Yes, it is. Are you serious? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have their little diabetic kid up on their shoulders, and then some fat bitch is gonna be showing their tits.
Oh yeah. Then we got the
fucking like that.
we got the JCW pro wrestling tryouts. Now the interesting thing, and I've done pro wrestling tryouts before, and then I pissed Dr. Pepper for a week.
Let's go for it.
Now the thing is here, if you come out on top in these tryouts, you will open Bloody Mania 15, which is the Juggalo JCW WrestleMania that's taking place at the Gathering. You will have a match and open Bloody Mania 15. I'm too old for this shit.
Me and you go up there.
10 years ago, I'd be all
pick me
over
up and slam me.
If you and Flame work a match,
work
a match for the tryout, that would be hilarious and fun.
Oh, I could do it. I could work a match, but I can't take bumps. My knees are fucked up.
You gotta take some bumps.
Dude,
you gotta take back bumps, brother.
I'll take a bump.
Yeah, golf. What if we got the whole Skinwalker gang?
Pop-up powered down. Come on, man.
What's that, Flame?
What if we got the entire? What if we get like a whole scripted like fucking show for the wrestling thing?
Call it in the ring,
brother.
I'm old school. We call it in the ring, brother. Listen to the crowd.
Well,
back off.
Word.
Let's book this. I think with our creative minds, I think between you and Flame, if you vet Flame properly before, I think we could pull this off.
I could call this in the ring and do a good match with like a story, a beginning, middle, and end. I could do it.
Flame's not a
yeah.
All Flame would have to do is listen to me.
Like, yeah.
No, but he's not gonna be. You gotta give him some guidelines, brother.
No, I'm saying like if we get
just
like,
take this
Matt
beating
and like Doro.
I don't trust Doro in that ring. Doro can't.
I feel like Doro would go into business for himself.
Yeah, he's a heel, dude. Look out for that one.
Gets so over at the gathering of the Juggalos. Oh my god. Oh man.
We got the Miss Juggalette contest. The like 4 6 out of 10s attending the gathering will
4 6 out of 10.
They will fight to see who is Miss Juggalette.
Of the videos that you showed of last year's gathering, there was some form of, I don't think it was Miss Juggalette, I think it was the Nedden game.
Oh yeah.
And
no. That was just the wet T-shirt contest, I believe.
You're right. I think you're right.
Hell yeah.
And it was like there was one mildly, and I am using that very. There
were like 3 or 4 like very, very, very hot women.
Not in the video I saw, so I'm thinking of a different video. I think.
Well, there were a bunch of videos.
Mildly attractive woman. There was a video where they're doing some form of contest. I can't remember. And like 3 of the 4 women are in clown face. 2 of them are under 200 pounds.
Yeah, there are some fat women brought onto the stage, but that's the thing at the gathering. Fat women, floppy titties. You got to have it. You can't not have it.
No, I get you, right? Like if you're going to the gathering, you're expecting to smell onions, and you're expecting to see fat tits.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm not allowed to go. I showed my wife the Juggalo documentary from like 10 years ago. I showed her that like one of the first times we met, like one of the first times we hung out. Like, have you ever heard of the Juggalos? She had not. And I just really enjoyed that documentary because like I know a lot of Juggalos, or I knew at one point, whoop whoop, like fucking whoop whoop. And she didn't understand when I showed her that, and me and my buddies that
who are you talking about?
Fat bitch.
We would always talk about going to the gathering. Nobody understood, so we threw this fucking documentary, and my wife will never allow me to go to the shit.
So our next event here is the Ninja Olympics. So can you prove yourself a ninja master? The last ninja left standing will be able to tread upon the shattered corpses of their fallen foes to claim the prize. So we got round 1, foam long swords. Round 2, foam short swords. Round 3, sumo wrestling in giant padded sumo suits. Round 4, martial arts.
Dude, I'll go for that.
Light contact to the torso only with protective gear. Yeah. Ninja referees will oversee the bouts with all rounds except the last being best out of 5. In the end, there can be only one. Could it be you?
The problem is trying to sumo wrestle at a Juggalo event if you're under, 300 pounds, you're fucked.
Yeah,
I
dude.
was
There's gonna be
Because
some
you-
I'm
solid
like
yeah,
boys.
260. I could
Gotta
probably.
be a big boy.
dang. I want to try it.
You can do
I'll
some of
try
them,
it.
Flame. I believe in you in like sword fighting. No homo. You know, like I think you can fight
Real
with some
touch
swords,
tips.
brother. Yeah,
So-
you could touch tips, brother, but like I don't know about you up against the Juggalo in a sumo match. That sounds rough, brother. Like,
Yeah, to be honest, when you mentioned that, I was like, oh shit, yeah, they got some chunky ass dudes around there.
but I would advise you to try it and just get to that point. That'd be some good footage.
It would
You
be.
getting knocked out of the ring by some fucking
I got one
fat
for you,
guy
Flame.
who has
You can
some-
take part in the Queen of Cheeks contest.
What the fuck is that?
Ladies, were you
cheeks.
blessed with amazing assets? Have you been told repeatedly that you have a beautiful badonk? Well, here's your chance to become the first ever Queen of Cheeks at the gathering of the Juggalos. Ladies will
Oh, I'd
compete in
love to
3
see that.
rounds of backdoor fun to claim the crown as the Queen of Cheeks. This is an 18 and over event. And ID will be required at the time of sign up.
This is gonna be a really bad thing to see as someone who appreciates good-looking women. Right?
Oh,
Like this is
dude,
gonna be
you
a
have
really
no
rough
idea. No,
event.
you have no
I
idea.
think
There were
this
some
could be one
fucking
of the-
dimes. There were some fucking dimes at the what do you call it? Wet t-shirt contest.
Yeah, there were. Like,
I
Yeah,
get-
like
Flame,
they-
I get what
like,
you're saying, but this is a big ass contest.
Doobie.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That is true.
He's
We had the
he's
sloppiest
taking-
shit possible. It's gonna be coming out of that
fucking
ass.
some huge ass-
Hopefully
Flame, I'm
nobody
gonna
shits
tell you right
themselves
now.
on stage.
I'm gonna tell all of you brothers. Any of you guys who see any video footage of what's gonna happen on stage at that point, you're gonna get hard off the nastiest looking bitch. Just because it's flopping around. It's just you don't know what to do about that. You're hypnotized. at that
While we're
point.
talking about this,
No,
the
dude.
wet t-shirt contest is announced for this gathering as well.
Oh,
Obviously.
that-
As if it
I
needed
saw
to be
last-
said.
No, but there was some women that made my skin crawl.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
the one that talked about pussy juice and the brownies or whatever the fuck.
Mm.
Like when she was walking
Yeah.
around, she gave me the heebie-jeebies. I was like, oh, put all that away if you can.
I'm telling you, brother, you're gonna see some things. If this is gonna be like, if Violent J dies on stage, I think that's the best gathering you can imagine.
Oh man, I don't want that
And
to
I
happen.
think-
That makes me
I
sad.
think that's what certain fat bitches are gonna think is gonna happen, so they're gonna show out. I'm telling you, there's gonna be schizo fat bitches who think Violent J's gonna stick your shit tits and ass all day, butthole everywhere. You're gonna be fucked. There's gonna be men showing their butthole because of Violent J before he dies.
So we got the helicopter rides. How many hits of acid are you comfortable eating before getting on a helicopter driven by an insane clown?
Have any of you ever been on a helicopter? This is
No.
a legitimate question.
Gathering is going to be the first
Yeah,
time. It's extra
I
money
have.
for the helicopter, so we're probably not going to do
You're
that.
gonna
But
do it?
we'll see. It says
You're
there's
gonna
a
do it,
fee
Yakov?
with no mention of what the fee is, which kind of worries
It's
me.
gonna, it's gonna be expensive because they're not gonna have some fucking regular Juggalo.
Dude, gas
pilot in,
ain't
because
cheap.
That would be very illegal.
Gas ain't cheap, for real.
Helicopter.
So I went on a helicopter ride because my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, I'd never been on a plane, and my wife was like, "Oh, I'll take you in the sky." It was like a Christmas gift. It was super quick, and they charged $50 for like 2 minutes of flight time. And the guy was a dildo. But it was cool, and it was terrifying because humans are not meant to be in the air. I realized at that point we're not supposed to be that high. And so if it is, I feel like they will find a Juggalo pilot. Like
Juggalo pipe.
there's no way that doesn't
Just happens
exist.
to
Why
be
wouldn't that
Juggalo.
exist?
No,
There's no way that doesn't exist.
Fucking
has to
literally
be.
Shaggy Two Dope.
If it's literally Shaggy Two Dope,
No,
like you
no,
find out at
dude.
that point that Shaggy
It's-
Two
it's
Dope is
Ouija
a licensed pilot.
It's Ouija Mac is a pilot, and he's
And
gonna
he-
fucking flip over the helicopter like the fucking.
Just like he did with the goddamn golf cart. I'm still pissed off I didn't see that. Fucking Cab was like, yo, Ouija just flipped over the golf cart. I turned around and it's just all this wreckage. But I missed the flip.
It sucks so much because I always tell my wife there's two events in a men's life that can really let them be them. I told her this before you guys went, and it's the gathering of the Juggalos and the war in Vietnam. And my dad got to do the first one or the second one. You know, he never went to the gathering, but he did go to Vietnam. And It just sounds like the same thing to me, if that makes any sense.
It's pretty similar. The camaraderie is the same.
Yeah, that's what like I always hear about. The carnivals in Vietnam. Like
Yeah, the roller. Gabe in the chat says Yakov needs a mustache and a soul patch. I don't know what that would accomplish. Gotta say. So we got the House of Horrors, which is a fucking legit haunted house in the middle of the fucking gathering.
Sounds fun, dude.
Yeah, they're going all
Hell
out.
in a Cell?
No,
Yeah.
actually, I would not like that. Like you fucking add fucking acid and shit, drugs.
It sounds really cool, actually.
For real, like I would be so pissed.
Oh man, no, I'm hyped. We got fucking Todd Standing's Bigfoot seminar. Todd Standing is a guy I've talked about on this show before. He is, from my estimation, a prolific Bigfoot hoaxer. But he's been in tight with like Joe Rogan and Les Stroud and like Survivor Man, all those fucking people. So he's a big name.
What does Les Stroud matter in Bigfoot if he doesn't actually say he believes in Bigfoot?
He does say he believes in Bigfoot.
Yeah, go. What if we
why
ask him like
in the lore of Bigfoot if he doesn't believe?
He does believe in Bigfoot. He says he believes in Bigfoot. As far as I know, I've seen him talk about.
I've never seen him talk about it. So that's my.
Dude, you gotta get into questioning. You have to question him. I would ask you a question too. I'll ask him, it's like, was he in on Bob Gimlin killing all those
the innocent
baby
squatches?
squash? Were you in on it? And I'll shoulder check him.
Yeah, just walk up on stage, just shoulder check him, and stand there in front of him.
It's like, you baby killer.
We'll get a baby killer chant going.
Baby killer.
Oh god, yeah, dude.
Where was his place? Where's his place in all this? Is he associated with Bob Gimlin?
No, I don't think so. I think he's only associated with like mainstream media shills, to be honest. Yeah, I could do that. I'd be like, where do you stand on the Bigfoot massacre at Bluff Creek in 1969? Were you there? Do you support such government actions?
Bigfoot massacres.
It's true.
I never heard tell of this.
And the Bluff Creek conspiracy, brother. We've done a lot of content about it, but I think a lot of it lost in the sands of time. We talked about it for hours. Yeah. The fuck more do you want from me?
I mean, it was before. No, here's the problem, right?
Nothing.
I started listening too late, and I caught the archives as they started getting pulled from their miscellaneous places.
Yeah.
And that sucked.
Yeah, I still have all of it. So one day the world will not be so against me. Yeah, back
when Matt knew his place.
Yeah.
Well, sure. The Corbett Report just dropped their new pre-release of their first-year archive.
Nobody's given a single crap about the Corbett Report since like 2008.
I know, but I'm saying you can buy their archive on a thumb drive now.
Nobody does that. Like that. Nobody would ever do that with the Corbett Report. They make no money doing that.
You could do with but it's $50 a pop. It's $50 for the thumb drive. And it's 1 year.
That's how much you pay for an
That's
AEW
the stupidest model I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's what James Corbett is doing.
Terrible plan.
He just like
subscription.
He makes like $250.
No, you buy a thumb drive with the content on it
every month.
It's kind of cool though, to be honest. This shitty business model, but it's like kind of cool.
Like there'll be a day when the only way you can get my podcast is by me like mailing it to you on a fucking thumb drive. Like we'll get there, but I'm not proud of it. I don't want this.
You should make like like an actual VHS version of it.
Sounds good.
It's floppy.
Yeah, it'll be all fucked up and weird.
You just send people micro SD cards they could pop into their phone, and it's just like old school floppy trading.
Or do DVDs. Shitty DVDs.
He has
send people fucking laser discs.
Yeah.
Laser discs.
Betamax. Betamax, exactly. Thank you.
HD DVD.
Oh my punchline. Fuck you.
Gabe in the chat says, I don't buy the story. Bob Gimlin was a part of a hit squad dedicated to hunting Sasquatches, considering the dude lives humbly and wasn't Epstein immediately after dropping his footage. I
mean, personally,
I don't know that you have to think that hard about it
for government money. I'd like $5,000. Like, I wouldn't tell nobody I killed a Sasquatch. You gave me $5,000. That's all.
The evidence is just like non-existent. All you have is like MK Davis, Steve from How to Hunt, and like they talk about it. And that's the best you got. There's no evidence of any of this shit. And if I turn the saturation up on any photo like high enough, I'll find some like red splotches. It doesn't mean it's blood everywhere.
You find demons.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, our boy Flame, if you didn't know, he actually did fucking shoulder check Bob Gimlin and called him a fucking baby killer one time. That is real facts that happened in real life.
Bad.
What did he do?
So basically, Bob Gimlin was opening
that baby raper
for Sasquatches.
Do you think you were a lost child, Flame? Is that what happened?
Water just got in my ass.
No, like I saw him at a convention. I walked towards him and was like, "There's that motherfucker." And then like while he was talking to like some fans and shit, I just shoulder checked the shit out of him. I kept on walking. I muttered like "baby killer."
It's the best, dude. We're gonna put you on the net as a baby raper. Put you all on the net as baby rapers. We're gonna put this dog on the net as a baby raper. Baby raper!
He pulled out a monster and like chugged it immediately.
That is quite literally the most base thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is an extremely based story. I think that's all I got on the Gathering and the Juggalos. They haven't announced any new musical acts. But goddamn, am I excited! And everyone, go check out go check out Humble Amongst channel.
Genuine question, because I am a wrestling nut and I love ICP. I don't want to see the sets as much as I want to see the fucking work done in the ring. So let me ask, who's on the card
for Bloody Mania?
Yeah, for Bloody Mania, who's currently on? Like, is Sabu gonna be there? We're
gonna find out right now. Last year, dude, I showed up to the wrestling, and it was the saddest fucking state of affairs I've ever seen in my life. So I don't know.
Wait a minute, Lex Luger's still alive, isn't he?
For now, until I get my fucking hands on him. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, people.
He's very disabled, but he's
not going to the Gathering. Tipped $40. Who was that? Which
Sabu.
I bet it was Greasy, but that's
Sabu will jump off of 30-foot scaffolding to put his cock
buy
in
a generator.
Like $500, bro.
Oh,
you just spend $500 and get Sabu's cock in your mouth. Come on.
You'll know in the market.
We got the generator, dude. We're doing this right. We got the generator,
dude. So every so often, I'll just go into the Discord and I'll see what's being streamed. Little thumbnail. And the other night, all I saw was like fucking inflatable couches. And I'm like, oh, these boys getting weird.
We're gonna get the wedding tent, the inflatable couches, the generator, the LED lights, the whole fucking setup is happening.
How long of a wedding
have like
tent?
$2,000 cash.
I got the 30-footer off Amazon. If you get that 30-footer, I'm telling you, it's longer than you think. You'll be able to fit like at least 50 people in that motherfucker if they're standing.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. And yeah, we snuck Flame in last year. I'm not ashamed to say it. We definitely did that. So it's easy to get in. However, Doro thinks nobody else is coming. So if you want to make him see, buy a ticket to the Gathering of the Juggalos. Make sure
you just gotta forget.
One at a time, you assholes.
I'll be rubbing Doro's feet by the end of the night.
You said Doro's not going?
Doro's going. Yeah, he's absolutely confirmed. Him and Cab.
Calling everybody out.
Him, Cab, Conrad.
Oh man.
Greasy.
Confirmed. Greasy is not 100% confirmed.
Y'all have to.
I will never be confirmed, dude.
I can get transportation worked out.
I will never be.
Is Doro taking a plane?
Yeah, dude, they're flying in. I'm picking everybody up. Well, before my car is impounded within the Gathering. Because that will happen.
My car might break down on the way there.
Dude, on and half for you being a racist.
Hypothetically, if I were to get a ticket and show up to the same place around the same time as Doro, you'd have room for me?
You better believe I'd find a way.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
Even if you have to chill.
Family for
like I'm probably just gonna drive down the night before.
Yeah, honestly, the fucking the airport's not very far from the Gathering. So if it had to be a couple trips, it could be a couple trips, whatever.
I mean, you get Uber too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pricey.
Yeah,
No reason to
I'm
do
just
that.
saying. Would you rather wait for an hour for a homie or spend like $30 and just go?
See, if you're asking me, I'd much rather wait.
Yeah.
Plebs. I forgot I'm talking to
You lose
plebs.
the experience if you take an Uber. I'm like fucking Pakistani guy playing podcast while you drive there.
Hey, you gotta live like it's like a homeless simulator. So you gotta start off right and live homeless in airports.
I'd get an Uber and then be begging the Uber driver to take me to a cocaine place.
You don't, dude. You're going to the gathering. You don't gotta worry.
I'd
about
be like,
that.
no. First we go get cocaine. I know you're an Uber driver. Let's
I know
go.
just the
First
place
you
to
go
get
to-
blow. It's called a gathering.
You go to the gathering.
Very, very
You go
true.
to
I'm an
the
idiot.
cocaine.
I'm a dumbass. Yeah.
Gabe
why I
in the
said I'm
chat says Steve is a Canadian schizo, talking about howtohunt.com. Steve. Some of his personal stories about dudes hiring him to guide them, and they hid meth in their ammo cases. Sounds like something an edgy teen would make up. Yeah, I agree. He's a total fucking boomer. Yeah, I don't trust him at all. I don't trust any of those Bluff Creek conspiracy guys.
It would be smart, like, to have, if you had like a 30-round mag and you had like a little like meth bullet. Obviously not a bullet, but you could like press it down into the mag. They never know. Be the 27th bullet, but you don't shoot it.
Shit, yeah.
Or do you?
You let it chamber and then you like rip it through the fucking
barrel.
through the barrel. Yeah, like you use the fucking
Like a bomb.
Yeah, but it's meth.
This sounds
All right.
fun.
This sounds like a good time. We can take a little break here. I want to show you guys a music video by my boy Humble Among. Once again, check out his channel. We just did a long talk about Dark Carnival and Eastern mysticism. So I think I'm going to play that for everybody while we drink or something. I'm going to drink some liquor. I don't know about you.
I'm not doing drugs with you.
I'm drinking wine,
You're a
brother.
weirdo,
Are you
dude.
serious? That
You're
breaks
gonna
my
get-
heart.
You're gonna get gay. I can feel
I'm going
it.
to get a little gay
I
on
can feel the
you.
gayness.
I don't know about that. Drake, man. Not with you. Not with you, at least. Not with you.
Went down that rabbit hole. Where'd that rabbit go? Say it ain't magical. Why can't you grab it though? Hold on to the physical. This body's pitiful. Chase the egotistical. Why don't you get it though? White bunny down a black hole. Green money backs pink gold. Can't feel what you can't hold. Made a deal you got sold. Got them alone. Follow the charts. Author the clones. Known from the start. Down to the bones. Scatter the parts. From what is known, it's not in the cards. Trick of the devil. Trust in a god. Fell through the levels. Got into the eyes. Smelling the petals. Blooming from pods. Never will settle. That rabbit won't stop. Follow wherever it hops. Somewhere there never was cops. Somewhere there never was laws. Follow the print of its paws. Went further down the hole. I came out the other side. Dead deep inside your soul. I'm killing off your pride. Meet the queen of hearts. She likes how my eyes are dark. Keep the secrets she imparts. Another hole that I embark. I think there might have been a spark. I saw that rabbit dart. There's nothing like a mark. They consume the art. Upset how they digested. Rabbit never rested. Suggested that they ingested. They became invested. Went down the hole. Deep down the rabbit hole. Went down the rabbit hole. Deep down the rabbit hole. Crawled down. Went down that rabbit hole. Where'd that rabbit go? Say it ain't magical. Why can't you grab it though? Hold on to the physical. This body's pitiful. Chase the egotistical. Why don't you get it though? Deep down that rabbit hole. Where'd that rabbit go? Say it ain't magical. Why can't you grab it though? Hold on to the physical. This body's pitiful. Chase the egotistical. Why don't you get it though? Believe all the conspiracies are reality and theory. If it wasn't for the mysteries, everything would be so dreary. Feel like I'm King Kesey, dissing Timothy Leary. Made it look easy with a vision that was bleary. Why their faces blurry? That would be in keeping secrets so the public doesn't worry. Get a peek when you're sleeping, but it's gone in a hurry. It may have been fleeting, but at least you saw it scurry. Think everything things erased, nothing seemed out of place. Came from outer space so they could rub it in your face. Right underneath your nose, sniff it like cocaine. Don't you go and overdose nor catch a bullet in your brain. Might get suicided, already tried to hide it. Don't you do what I did on the path of the misguided. Left me feeling slighted, found a rabbit hole, went inside it. Crawled down behind it, down the rabbit hole, trying to find it. Went down the hole, deep down, down the rabbit hole. Went down, down the rabbit hole, deep down, down the rabbit hole. Crawled down, went down that rabbit hole. Where'd that rabbit go? Say it ain't magical. Why can't you grab it though? Hold on to the physical. This body's pitiful. Chase the egotistical.
I'm not that
Why
hip
don't you
in
go down that rabbit
from a
hole?
real point.
Where'd that rabbit go?
When you
Say it
take
ain't
a
magical.
that
Why
is
can't you
a ritual aspect of the penis. Like it's like you're taking a piece of the penis, so you're taking that man.
Not good.
So like
You guys
they
are ready to
push
taking
it. I
penis? I'm listening to rap music and you guys are taking penis?
He's talking about his son.
They try to take my son's foreskin so hard, brother. Like I at least answered 5 times that not take his fucking foreskin. I woke up out of a dead sleep. This bitch is like, are we having him circumcised? We're like 3 days in. Why would we have him circumcised when he's 3 days old? No.
It doesn't make
no,
good sense to me. That's a bad idea.
No.
This podcast is against genital mutilation in all its forms.
Yes.
All forms. Leave the
Should be able
labia,
to sue the friggin'
Praise the
hospital.
Lord.
male labia, and the female.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
especially fond of that male labia, the malabia,
Man,
as we
it's
call
for
it.
later. So I think I've told this story once before, and I'm gonna tell it again. This is gross. But when I was a young boy, I fit about 85 cents into my foreskin.
Shit.
In
What?
it was three.
Dude, you could buy like a Coke with that back in those days.
Huh.
No, it was 50 cents for a Coke in a machine back then. So like, yeah, a store maybe, but yeah. So you could stash that in there like a purse. It was gross. I would never do that again because I probably got chlamydia from that. Who
Dude,
knows?
you
I was a
wouldn't
boy.
believe the fucking dollar bills I've licked in my day. Like, it is shameful, but someone had to get the chemicals off of that thing.
So when you have your foreskin, if you train for long enough, you can learn how to suck things inside of it and store it for later. Is my point. That's what I was really trying to get to. Like so, like I've been training ever since I was but a boy, and now I can fit a full 15-pound bowling ball inside of there if I just wait about 15 minutes.
Yeah, but
and
how
really
much mercury can you get in there? And can
This
you
is what
shoot
I
out,
wanna
like,
know.
Swing it like a
liquid or
weapon.
liquid or solid? What kind of room temp are we talking about here? Are we in like a freeze room or are we in like a
How about
standard
it
Okay,
in
room?
so
gaseous
basically you
form?
standard.
If you're trying to do it at the gathering as
purified
liquid form,
air.
if you're just doing liquid form, then like theoretically, if you've trained enough, you've separated the full skin from the actual penis,
That's true.
membrane. So like you could just kind of like seep it in there and really get the full effect. But if you're a beginner, you can kind of you stretch it out like a bowl, and you ladle it in, and you can get a similar effect because that mucous membrane is piss full at the tip there. So you can get a similar effect, but it's not going to be as potent as if you've trained for like 15 years, like I have. You've separated the skin.
Makes perfect sense.
Let's go to paranormal videos with that. Let's cut to October 19th, 2009 in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We have a ghost video, most authentic ghost video in the history to date. Approximately 1 mile from Triangular Field, off Wheatfield Road. Taped 9 locations at dawn, 2 to 3 minutes each. Notice strange forms at 2 locations only after replaying the video. This video is the first location. Anomalies begin at 1 minute 16 seconds and continue into the close-up view, baby.
That intro was way too short. I'm
But that's
fucking impressed.
I'm
That was
used to it,
impressive.
brother. I watched fucking The Antichrist Dajjal Will Be a Reptilian Shapeshifter, all 500 fucking epides, and they're all like that.
It's all in Arabic, and you're just like, yeah,
Bismillah.
See, look at them. They're like walking down there. You see the gray uniforms, so they're Confederates.
Honestly,
so they're
this
like
is a terrifying trail cam regardless.
good old
skip
Southern
ahead.
boys.
In the morning.
Trying to skip ahead. I
I'd be-
broke the video. Look at that motherfucker.
Yep. Look at him. Yep.
Oh.
This is like 2000% CGI. That guy's not even racist.
That guy's not even racist.
Yeah.
He's not
Crazy
saying
if I
the
genuinely
N-word.
can't do it, then
He can't be a
Not
Civil
saying-
Might be
War
very
fucking
wrong.
Confederate soldier. He's not even saying the N-word,
Not-
exactly.
He'd just be screaming it like he runs up like it's a ghost screaming.
Okay,
the
well,
N-word.
this could be
You're
real.
giving
I
away our
guess.
position. It was all worth it.
It was all-
This could be real. Totally.
Let's see.
Are we buying it? How many
I
fucking?
don't know.
How many Confederate
Boy.
soldiers out of 10 do we give this? This is like a fucking 2.
2 or
I'll
3.
give it a 3, maybe.
Maybe if they would just go closer to it, like.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
but
I'd be
but
afraid
again-
too. Ghosts are.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit
spooky, bro.
afraid too. Yeah.
They're fucking creepy.
Because, like, what if it's not even a ghost? What if it's, like, just dudes being weird in the woods or whatever and they shoot you or something? Yeah.
Why
Don't
didn't they
approach
do
weird.
before?
Dude, I see some CGI over there. Someone deepfaked a ghost into this video. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Or into the
Yeah.
wood. Just deepfake the woods into ghost
Yeah,
videos.
That's fake.
It's
That's fine. Yeah.
it's a
that's
million
what I-
% fucking CGI.
Yeah, they had it better if they would have just left it, like, blurry. Like, blue, they gave themselves away right
Yeah, if
there,
this
yeah.
video was made of 5 pixels, I could believe it.
Yeah.
Let's cut to our Berlin zombie sighting in August. From August. News report. Actual fictitious. Oh, don't fucking blow your load immediately. Calm the fuck
Yeah,
on. At least
it's
give me an
so-
opportunity. God damn it. I thought this was...
I'm not that.
I'm like way less enthused by this video. I was ready for it.
I'm Brent Miles, and our top story tonight comes
Hi.
from Germany, where Channel 9 News Berlin is reporting on a series of strange happenings at a local graveyard in the city. For that report, we go
to know.
live to Channel 9 News reporter Manfred Reimer.
Thank you, Brandt. For the third time in the third different location, there have been questionable
Why would
claims
you
of
fake
the
this, or
living
how would you
dead
fake this?
roaming
You'd have
in
to pay a lot
random
of money.
graveyards around the world. The third time happened right here in Berlin. Old St. Matthew's Churchyard, Alter St. Matthäus Kirchhof, was the site of the latest zombie rumor after a young couple posted a video on YouTube. Lisa Fassel and her cameraman Stefan Bindel had a permit to film a student video after hours
He's
at the
hot.
cemetery. Suddenly,
Like
out of the
hero
dark
girls.
came a white-skinned
I'd
prowler
approach her in
that
a fucking
frightened the
graveyard.
filmmakers.
Make that
Bindel
right.
was so shaken up he dropped his camera on the ground and ran off with his colleague.
He's probably
she
just-
got-
Those students waited till
Hope she got
sunrise to
bitten.
return to the graveyard, where
I'd be
they
doing
found
some
Bindel's
biting, no
camera
doubt.
mysteriously
Yeah.
waiting for him on
I wouldn't
top
have to be
of
a
the
zombie.
headstone.
Have a little
The
gnaw.
Fossil and Bindel
Think she'd be
received
after
the shock
some,
of their
some-
lives
some
when
Polish,
they viewed their footage.
sausage.
A pale and barefoot intruder walked into the frame and picked up the
So
camera
bad.
that they had left behind. When Bindel retrieved his camera in the morning, he also found a small mound of garbanzo beans sitting by the
What?
gravestone.
Shit, garbanzo
Many people are
beans.
wondering about the significance of the garbanzo beans. That question remains unanswered. Many are also wondering
troll,
if
right?
this is some kind of
Well,
zombie
no,
attack
actually.
or a paranormal phenomena afflicting these
The
graveyards.
garbanzo beans was
That
the
is
deal
another
stealer.
question that remains unanswered. So far, Berlin police say there's not enough evidence to start an investigation. I am
shit.
Manfred Reimer, Channel 9 News. Back
If
to
there
you,
was
Brent.
2 more garbanzo
Thank you,
beans, we
Manfred.
would
Very
have launched an
strange
investigation.
circumstances indeed. Stay on top
you
of
see,
this
this
story
is actually
and keep
a
your breast
special
of further
TV
developments. We'll be right back
comedy
after this short break.
Satire.
This is terrible satire. This is like unfunny. And now I gotta ask, Polak, did you think this was real news?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I just found a bunch of shit and I like copied and pasted because I didn't watch half of it. Well, I was like, I
Yeah.
haven't seen this one before, so maybe it'll be all right. Yeah.
You can't put
See.
no jokes in it and call it satire. It's not fair. It's not fair to our viewers, if I'm being honest.
Well, when
I just
I
saw
say
like
satire, I mean
and I was like, oh, this looks good. And I was like, yeah.
German government ghouls actually meet there in that.
So
Well,
how,
like,
how do we
that's the
feel?
Bilderberg
How do
theory.
we feel about ghouls? Are the ghouls real? Are the ghouls really lurking in the cemeteries and the dark places, or is it just
Well, they are out
creepypasta
for-
bullshit?
I do.
Yo, you guys talk for a second. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Just say whatever. I'm gonna go grab a book.
There's
to read
that
from.
story. There's a story of that one friggin' attacking the girl and her dog, and like trying to drag her off and drown her, and the dog like bites it, and it like eventually lets go of her to fight the dog off, and she gets away or whatever, and then the dog comes back like a few days later. It's all beat up and everything, but yeah.
Well, yes, of course, because, well, as I said, garbanzo beans.
You know, and that's like they think like, you know, it's connected to the jinn and stuff. If you think about like the ghoul, the at least the creature from Saudi Arabian folklore.
Yeah,
it's very similar. It's very similar to the Wraith.
It's the Ghoul, most definitely.
It's very similar to the Wendigo. It's very similar to Skinwalkers in some aspects. Like have you heard of the case?
The
There was
garbanzo
a case
beans,
in
similar to the case with natto.
Here is my favorite childhood book. Encyclopedia of Legendary Creatures by Tom McGowan, illustrated by Victor G. Ambrose. These fucking illustrations, absolutely bomb. Coolest fucking thing in the world.
Whoa.
Is that a centaur?
Yeah, there will be a centaur on it. I'm gonna go to the entry on ghouls.
Ghouls.
Let's hit this. Here we have the image. This is the illustration that goes along with the ghouls. You see the Arab man and you see the ghouls lurking in the shadows of the desert. Okay. Ghoul. In ancient times, a group of Arabs traveling through a desert at night might see furtive, indistinct shapes flitting among the sand dunes in the darkness. The men would shiver and draw closer together for protection. They were being stalked by ghouls. Ghouls were dreadful, man-eating creatures that lived in the deserts of Arabia and North Africa. They prowled by night, and the next day their hoofed footprints would be seen in the sand. Ghouls had no particular shape, and no one knew exactly what they looked like, as they could take any shape they wished. Going into the Skinwalker, Wendigo type area, halfway between man and human, not really knowing what it is, not really maybe even having a physical form. Any physical form might have being an abomination, perhaps, maybe.
That's why they look so strange to us with their gaunt limbs and friggin' skeletal frames. And remember, it's like in the lore too, that the longer they do not eat human flesh, the worse and more bestial they get.
Yes.
It goes back to like that video from Romania where the ones in the friggin' like cage or whatever.
Yeah.
There's all these random people like looking at it.
The human zoo thing. Yeah.
And it's like it looks like a ghoul, and like maybe that's one that's been deprived of flesh, you know, for a while.
Gotta have that flesh, dog. Ghouls roamed the desert watching for parties of travelers. They sometimes built fires, hoping to lure some curious person into leaving the group and going into the desert alone. Or a ghoul might make itself look like a beautiful girl and appear to a lone man keeping watch at night while his comrades slept. If she succeeded in getting the man to leave his camp with her, he was doomed. Once ghouls got the man alone, they would kill him and feast upon his flesh, which is just like the stories about people being lured away from campfires.
Yeah,
Their
by
friends
like a voice.
or someone calling to them with like a voice they recognize, but doesn't.
Yeah,
make
yeah. There
sense.
was one from like Winnipeg, I think Canada, or what's that something in Canada. But the guy had like property or whatever, and his wife was asleep in bed, and he got up or whatever to go smoke a cigarette outside. He heard his wife calling him from the woods. He's like, "What? Did she get up and go out there or something?" And she was calling his name like, "Babe." It was her voice, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go check. Maybe she went out and's lost." He went out there and he shone his light, and what he thought was like a tall birch tree with like limbs and stuff started to move. And he described it as looking like a Gollum from Lord of the Rings, but with like blacker eyes and really tall. And it looked at him and it opened its mouth, and like the same, his wife's voice, "Babe," said, and then he said he just ran back to the house. He got back inside and his wife's like in the bed.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Those things exist.
These creatures were particularly fond of young children as food, but they really weren't a bit particular. If they couldn't find a live human to kill and eat, they would go to a graveyard and dig up a corpse. Like I said, my favorite childhood book. This is the shit that shaped me right here. Here is the image of the ghoul. See if I can get a good shot.
Let's get a look at that guy there.
the hooved feet, cloven hooves. You know, bringing to mind imagery of the devil kind of thing.
Yeah. Jinn are like supposed to be very bestial too.
I want to show a couple pictures from this book. I want to find some standouts. We got time for everything. I wanted to do an entire thing on this book, fucking all the illustrations, and read it all, and do it all right. But you can't find a PDF of this. So it's been me like taking pictures of the book and trying to edit them so that they're like presentable. It's a clusterfuck. Here we have that manticore. Look at that boy.
Oh,
very threatening motherfucker. Where's Bigfoot? We gotta get that.
Where is the manticores from? Are they from like Persian mythology?
I was thinking about them with Greek. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm sure there's a lot of crossover. According to the ancient Greeks, it starts, so that's where we're attributing it. This is my favorite one. The Baycock. Look at that motherfucker. Spooky as shit, dude.
Yeah. Where are they from?
Native American shit. Chippewa Indians.
Jesus.
Bigfoot. There's our
boy.
Another like fucking Chungus.
Big boy.
Like those kind of Indians, it's like a similar gaunt creature, just like the fucking.
You're right. You're right, and that's a very. Let's go in. Let's fucking talk about the Baycock. Fuck it. Maybe this is related. Maybe this is actually necessary reading.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that image one more time so you can get that boy in your head. You know what he looks like when he creeps up on you in the dark.
He's super gaunt. Yeah.
Baycock was a horrible creature who roamed the forest in the land of the Chippewa Indian people. He was a skeleton with glowing red eyes and covered with a thin, transparent skin. He carried a bow and arrow and a war club, for he was a hunter, but what he hunted was men. It's raining men.
See, yeah, it's like a Wendigo. He's flesh eating. Yeah.
Baycock came to the forest from the east each spring and moved slowly westward until the end of autumn. As he walked, his bones rattled, and Chippewa hunters, hearing a rattling noise in the woods at night, knew Baycock was passing and someone would soon die. For when Baycock came upon a sleeping hunter, he would squat down and cut a tiny opening in the man's chest, so gently that the sleeper never awoke. He would then remove a small bit of the man's stomach and eat it. The man never knew what happened, but before long he would waste away and die. So there's no implication that the Baycock, I should say, there is no clear indication that the Baycock was ever human from what I just read there. However, the end where the man would waste away and die after being attacked by the Baycock, well, that Baycock is the man who has wasted away and basically died.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. So it's the similar thing, like the Wendigo is created out of like lack of food and desperation. So you have a hunter that's lost it. Yeah. You have a hunter that's lost in the woods and he friggin' resorts to cannibalism and he gets possessed by the spirit and he becomes these things that, like, as their punishment, they're never filled and they have to continually hunt and they may end up hurting their own family.
Yes, these types of things exist in Asian folklore. There's many different varieties, but basically they're all, like you say, they're sort of homeopathically created ghouls or hungry ghosts, if you will.
Well,
so
I would say it's kind of fucked up if you got to eat somebody to survive that you now are doomed to be a demon. That kind of sucks, you know.
But it's not quite like that. It's
I know, but if you had to eat somebody,
there is
to
survive,
a sense of it's either die or go insane as a Wendigo.
But you still have to keep the human in you alive. You have to keep your ego in check. You can't just become the animal. And if you're isolated like that in that sort of situation, you have to resort to such things. You might forget your humanity even. And I think that's kind of what it alludes to.
Right.
Yeah. And then, there's a Ojibwe friggin' medicine man from like the 1800s that like supposedly was known for killing Wendigos. Like the Canadian government investigated it and he claimed he killed like 15 people that became them. So it was like they I guess left him alone. I don't remember, but yeah.
I don't know.
That is kind of a scary theory because, I mean, what cannibal, like, I guess you would never know of that cannibal, but what cannibal, like, quit and was like, oh, this is wrong? I'm sure.
Well,
not very
I do, but
sure
that's
once you get
the
a
thing.
taste.
This is something like that you get addicted to that gives you a certain rush.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, murder, sex, drugs,
Maybe
like
it's
all
like
of
the
these
adrenochrome
things.
shit. It's the blood. Yeah.
It's all this
It's
animal
a vice.
You can
It's a vice
watch.
that only progresses, I guess.
No. You can watch this. Some Indian sadhus that have been interviewed in these videos of them on YouTube. They talk about it in plain English, and they tell you basically there's different agoris that'll go and eat people, right?
I mean, if you're doing it intentionally.
Yeah, well, they say
then it's fine.
Then
it's actually good.
Some get addicted to it because it's really delicious. They say, right? They say it's really delicious, and some get addicted to it, and then they murder people.
But these are people who like didn't even eat meat until they ate a person because they were in like a vegetarian society, and then they ate meat for the first time. And they're like, "This is fucking really good."
Some of them are born into where they eat dog meat, right?
Sure.
So some of the dog meat eaters live in the charnel ground and become these ascetics as well, right? So, like there's one guy I seen interviewed, and he's vegetarian, and he eats all his vegetarian food out of a human skull that's sitting next to the Ganges River, right? And when interviewed, he talks about this subject specifically, and he says he himself has eaten people, right, dead bodies from the graveyards or whatever. And he also talks about how some of the ascetics do go crazy and become murderers. And the look on his face
I feel like
no.
it's like there's scientific evidence that like eating your own species will give you fucked up brain damage or whatever.
Yeah, you can get diseases.
Like a worm, or it'd be like mad cow disease.
That's Spawn diseases. Yeah.
Prions.
Yeah, the Austronesian people of like Indonesia and New Guinea, they have like a disease, that they get from like eating because in like their weird cultures, it's like okay to eat the dead like relatives
or enemies.
Yeah, or enemies, and then they end up like getting like diseases from eating their brains or whatever. Yeah. They like shake, like you can like there's like videos of like them just shaking.
They would call it the laughing sickness, I believe, and it's because like they were always like shaking, they couldn't fucking control themselves. I don't know where the laughing exactly came from. I don't know how literal that is.
What era was that or what group of people did that? Were you saying?
Papua New Guinea was fucking known for it. You got King Wakanda in the chat. Whoop whoop, brother.
New Guineans ate a friggin' Rockefeller kid. Like that story's wild.
Mad Rockefeller disease.
Dude, I would eat the fucking Rockefellers too if I got the chance though. So you can't blame them.
Be like veal. They'd be like unmoved, like just.
Yeah, they were like his family like paid a shitload of money to find out what happened to him.
Oh, he ate him.
They ended up going there and like they noticed like the chieftain was wearing modern glasses. And then this was like in the 70s, and they went up to him and like, "Where'd you get those glasses?" He's like, "Oh, I found them. They washed up on shore."
Oh,
and then like the guy that was behind him like spoke the language or whatever, and he asked one of the other guys, "Where did the glasses come from?" "Oh, there was this blonde kid that washed up on shore. We shot him with arrows, and he bled to death, and then we just decided to eat him."
You can't waste that meat.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Great healthcare.
So Alex in the chat says that book looks cool. I had a really great book about dinosaurs when I was a kid, and I guess that was my introduction to the cryptid type stuff. Now I had many great dinosaur books too. I miss those like late 80s, early 90s dinosaur books. I've been trying to find PDFs so I can do streams about them. We can fucking revisit that shit together. But yeah, that is like that's what it's all about, brother. That's the stuff that inspires me to this day when I find some fucking video. Hell yeah. But there's a new dinosaur series that came out on whatever streaming service. Who gives a shit? It's actually pretty good. They're doing obviously they're doing all the feather stuff now, but they're trying to apply like the way animals today behave and try to like figure out how these dinosaurs fit into that niche. Which is always an interesting thing to me, because when you watch these documentaries about dinosaurs, like how much of this is fucking real? How much do they have evidence for is I guess what I'm asking. And how much of this is just pulled out of their asses?
Well, we do know now that they had colorful cloacas.
That's true. God, I just took a drink and I don't have any fucking weak booze around me. All I have is the vodka. Holy shit.
Oh shit. But yeah, that's the thing with like I want to see more like content on like possible sightings of Ice Age mammals. Like the fucking Ruby Valley Sloth Man.
The giant sloth.
Yeah, the giant sloth sightings. Yeah, those are always fascinating.
That's
and
really
there's the story of the guy that like had his dog ripped apart by a giant sloth.
This is how you do it. This is how I did it in the old days, man. You fucking go and you find like academic lectures about megafauna and shit like that, and you spam that shit and you watch it all. And through it you pick out like the 5 fucking sound bites that like support your point that this thing is still alive, still killing dogs to this day.
Yeah, because it's like it had like claws, like thumbs, and it would like that's how it defended itself from like fucking giant hell pigs, which were like the giant pig of the day. They were like predatory. And then like the short-faced bear, which was like way bigger than the biggest grizzlies are today. And yeah, so this thing had like dagger for thumbs, and when these big predators would attack it, it would like stab the shit out of them. And it was mainly like a herbivore though. But it was omnivorous, but it mainly ate like leaves from trees.
It
and
very
stuff.
believably seems like one of these creatures that would be extremely territorial. Like
yeah, and if like a dog ran up on it, it'd fucking rip it apart. Yeah.
Now, people talk about like the Mapinguari in South America, and they'll talk about how that's like the South American Bigfoot. But at the same time, like the description doesn't really match that well. It seems to fit a lot better with a giant sloth. And now we know the giant sloth lived in South America, so you gotta wonder, is this like these tales that are passed down through the generations? Like at one point, these people's ancestors, the native people's ancestors, lived with these sloths.
All of them, yes.
So, like, was this just passed down through the legends, or is this something that survived into much more recent times than we realize, which I think is very, very likely?
Yes, because there's tribes in the fucking Amazon that still haven't been contacted. So who knows what's out there?
Well, we're now finding out that there's all these, like, species of megafauna that were around in isolated populations until, like, the Roman times. Like, they talk about lemurs in Madagascar the size of gorillas. That shit was around until Roman times.
The aurochs were friggin' cool. The giant cows, like, that were way bigger and more aggressive than any domestic cow that the Romans loved to kill en masse for the arena, which might have led to their population decline.
What I've been hearing lately is that here in Canada we have koi wolves, and these things did not exist until recently, and they're big.
We got the koi wolves. I've seen them, and people fucking denied. I was like, I saw this fucking coyote that it was as long as my car is wide, and these people, they'd argue with me. I'm like, no, they're out there, man. The koi wolves.
They're huge.
They're massive.
They're like the big old.
Yeah, I've heard like dogs and coyotes.
You would think it's a wolf if you saw it like at a glance. Then you'd be like, well, that's not quite big enough to be a wolf. It's like the size of like a pretty big dog, right?
Because I think wolves average like they can get up to like 160
Wolves are big as shit. I'm not going to deny that. Wolves are.
Yeah, they can get that big, but it's rare. Like I was reading a thing most times. And most time they kill a wolf, it weighs like 70 or 80 pounds.
There were
like
stories in this area about how they were breeding coyotes with like wolves to fucking deal with the deer population in the area, which is like completely fucking out of control. And I don't know if that's like urban legends, but these fucking things are big. And they say the eastern coyotes that I'm seeing, it's like a mix of wolf, coyote, and like domestic dog, which makes them the big coyotes.
My granddad, the real cool one that was Polish, that was in the Korean War. He actually adopted a dog off the street that I'm 99% sure was half coyote, because he was mean as hell. And he's like you'd grab him and he'd like immediately try to like bite you, but not in like a bad way, but just in the let go of him. He was a mean little bastard. Like, but it was amazing because he was like, he loved my granddad, but he looked like a coyote.
Yeah, there's a story that I heard from somebody. He takes people out hunting, and an American came to go hunting, and they was out hunting, and then they seen a helicopter come overhead, and then lower a crate, and they seen koi wolves come out of the crate. And the dude, the feller, he said, I don't know what those are. And the American said, those are koi wolves.
This was in your area?
And then the helicopter flew away.
Was this in your general area?
This was in my general area.
So, do you have like a serious deer overpopulation issue?
No.
Okay.
Mm.
You got
in my area, everyone.
We had a rabbit problem. We had a rabbit problem.
Do you have predators? What do you got?
We had. Well, that's the thing is, there's not a whole lot of predators, and there was a bit of a rabbit problem, but they didn't. It's against the laws here to introduce a species that way. But it's the forestry industry, of course.
Just dropping them off in the fucking helicopter, flown by Shaggy Two Dope. Whoop whoop.
No, it's not allowed
everywhere.
But it's been done.
They should that's what Shaggy Two Dope should do with the helicopter at the gathering. You should just release a bunch of koi wolves into it and just see what happens.
Yes.
That'd be fucking awesome. Let's do that. So let's get back onto the ghoul topic. Let's watch these other ghoul videos that Polak was so kind to have found. Ghoul sighting in Decatur, Tennessee, baby.
This one could be fake. I'm not.
Oh wow! Shocker! Fucking stop the presses.
Ghoul sighting could be fake.
That is just me in a ski mask.
I thought that was real.
I'm sorry to inform the live chat. That might have been fake. I apologize. Alex says we had
Why
Coyote.
is TikTok so bad at making cryptid videos?
I know.
Nothing
it should be
good.
so easy. It's such a simple task. All you had to do was make the damn video. You needed like screams in the distance, blurry figures, a couple pixels. And this is what you do? This is what you give me, TikTok?
Yeah, they couldn't even do that.
I am waiting for that man to be standing outside my window. I don't like that feeling.
Alex says, we had coyotes back in Arizona that would breed with stray/feral dogs sometimes. It kept the rabbits from becoming overpopulated. There we go. It's the rabbit problem. That makes sense. King of Whoopconda says, Shaggy threw a microwave full of spray paint cans in my fire and threw a microwave full of spray paint cans in my fire and yelled, it's gonna blow, and peeled out.
Just way to go.
Now, if... I'm inclined to believe that's a fucking true story because I've been to the gathering and I know how things are. That's badass. I believe it. Next video. What else we got? Come on, Polak. You got this. We got ghoul sighting, hashtag shorts, hashtag TikTok, hashtag ghost vampire, hashtag ghoul undead, scary, creepy, cryptid, hashtag chills weird.
I think this one's Middle East.
Video number 2.
This one, I believe. Yeah. Video number 2. Yeah, this one's middle.
Do we get to see a dog on fire? That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude, we got no dogs on fire in this fucking episode. Sorry, chat. No one wants you to like dogs on fire.
Smokeless fire. That was something.
The video sucked dick. Next, TikTok sucks, dude. Big letdown on TikTok. Luckily, I saved the best for last. I knew this video. I've seen this video. We played this video. I enjoy this video. Let's get to the good shit.
Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the best one I found. Yes.
Evil creature caught on tape by Rick Grebenik. This is a great video, regardless of whether it's real or not. It's a great video. So this he's heard some scratching around his house.
It's got to be a.
He got his camera and now he's recording because he knows there's a creature out there somewhere. You can see him skulking around if you look.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
King of Whoopconda says 100% true story. Then ninjas literally came out of the woodwork with 2 more couches after setting fire to a couch. Apparently, that's awesome. Bruh, no jump scares. They will give me a heart attack. Scar says. Sorry, dude.
It looks like a person.
Hey, Mike, I need you.
But he's naked though. If he is.
Dude,
hear me now?
People can't be naked.
Yeah. Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. People think I'm nuts. It's on video. It's playing right now. I put the iPad in the window and now
I would have to try to
the steps
I don't know.
in my backyard, Mike.
I would just go out
Like
there
a
and
weird,
fucking
demonic
suck his
looking
dick.
thing, and it's
I was thinking
like
a shotgun.
demon.
Good to
It's
go.
all stressed down. This is the second time this happened this week.
Like, what do you like?
Talking
What?
We
to you,
know
this is all
Bigfoot.
recorded.
Take a
And
few
it
slugs.
doesn't see me. I'm in that that sunroom. All right, I'm putting the iPad out. It's about around, and it happened. Weird things been happening around this time at night.
Can I record it?
Oh,
You're on record. Everything's recording now. It's
on record.
Oh
I
shit!
can
I
see
saw
the
it
thing. It's like
dive.
looking around weird.
it's waving to the camera.
It's
You're recording the video?
yeah. Right now, it's on the video. It doesn't see
It's
me.
nodding.
I'm sitting back, but I can still see out the window really good.
He's sitting back.
You should
man.
see.
Hear ya?
No, it can't. But it's looking
I'm
around.
gonna
like
eat this
something
edible
out of a
while we watch this.
Weird sci-fi movie. This thing is freaky. It's on video.
Pest in the
Well,
chat
thank you,
says,
Mark.
looks like a random
No, it's an
crackhead.
evil identity. It's evil.
It could be. This is basically
This thing's
what the
like
bitch
looking.
that Doro fucked at the gathering looked like.
But
There is a distinct
human
fucking
form.
similarity in
Wait till you
appearance,
see the
in
video. I
the
got it
body
on
type.
video. It's,
Okay, good.
this is like one out of a million things.
Just
that
look like a
people
random
will not see
crackhead
stuff
got a
like
hold
that.
of the wrong shit.
They won't think I'm
This
crazy
is
no
real,
more.
Scar
Wait till you
says.
see
This is
oh my god, it's
100%
like
real video.
you should see this thing, Mike.
Pastor
Oh
says,
my
wee wee
God.
man.
Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about? It's a plant.
Left side? Or by the right?
Okay,
Maybe.
I wanna say right now in the chat, I'm seeing you motherfuckers out there. I see you. King of Whoopconda out here. 17 years this year. I got a few stories. Best place on earth is with the fam. If you got stories, I might want to hear those stories. I might want to capture those stories and broadcast them here. Get a hold of me, dude. At Skinwalker Gang on Twitter, yakovalive at protonmail.com. If you got stories and you're willing to tell them, I want them.
Looking out.
Your backyard?
Yeah, on the right side, there's the weeds there going down that.
Trying to eat this
sidewalk.
edible cookie. I'm just not hungry.
I got it on. I
I'm
got
trying
it
to
on
scarf it
everything.
down so I want to get high.
And everything. Our meat.
Like the Jersey Devils,
The whole
very
thing right
gargoyle.
now, it's the iPad's recording everything.
Sure.
You and this thing. And I don't know. I should. What's the police gonna think? It's looking. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Dude, this
It's
thing
pretty
is
close
weird.
now.
Just.
Sure it's not somebody you should call the police?
Yeah. No. It's a demonic creature. It's not human. And it goes
You
back.
can
to
see it
this
doesn't
one
have
back.
hair. Like right there, you can
goes
tell.
back, It like
There's no hair on its head.
wobbled back in.
Back
I
and
can't even
back
explain
out.
it.
Yeah, that dude shaves.
Went back in the weeds?
Yeah, like it knows something.
Yeah, it's moving backwards pretty fluidly. That's weird.
Planned.
Yeah,
exit.
fluidly, like cum dripping out my cock.
Wait till you see this thing, man.
It's better than I would try to like
Great,
walk
this
backwards
is
in a
really
crouch.
freaking
Like
me
I'm just
out.
trying to think if it's someone. Yeah.
Reminds
nights
me
ago,
of
I'm
the
laying on the
diarrheas
couch,
that
I
I
heard
took
something
while we were
open the door,
streaming
in the
earlier,
sunroom,
while I was
I'm
muted.
laying on the couch.
This diarrhea dookie dump sucks ass!
And
What
as
were
I
they
woke up,
thinking?
It was like gone.
This
It was
Wendigo
like it
took a
shot
dive.
back real
Wait,
quick.
wait, the angry video
And I
game
know I
nerd
really
accidentally meets a fucking Wendigo that like takes a dump on him.
Then 2 nights ago, I seen like this. I was thinking,
Like I
this
said,
thing,
Lord,
that
how'd
Miss
that
Cheeks
go?
don't shoot herself.
and now it's gone. So
This Wendigo.
I got 2 minutes on tape on a video, Mike.
It's like the Bugs Bunny one where he beats the
Yeah,
shit
so
out of it.
it's like everything you're saying here now. When I play you back the video, you're gonna wait till you see this.
Wait till you see the
It's
playback.
still out there.
Just pray.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
way
this-
out there in the distance.
people won't think they're not gonna think I'm crazy when they see this now.
Nope.
This is unreal.
Not
Just
gonna,
pray.
not gonna say
He's
crazy.
still out there, seen
Oh,
dancing
we
around.
creeping. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Creeping around.
I've heard like that's the thing I've heard like from encounters people have had with them. They move like when they try to walk on 2 legs like a person. They look like they're drunk or they're shambling almost.
Yeah. They're faking it.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, they're like trying to look like their natural instinct is to walk on all fours, or kind of like that. Yeah. And like you'll see, like in the ones where that one runs out in front of the car, like they run really fluidly on all fours.
Yes.
They also are described as being curious because they want to like interact with people, I guess, to try to gain their trust.
Rip Fallen Crack Rock, Pest says in the chat.
Oh my God, there it is.
Scar says he agrees with me that the guy should go out there and suck the monster's
This
dick.
thing is looking weird. Oh my God.
He's looking weird out there!
It knows something's going on, man. This thing is... Oh,
See, move?
Yeah, see how he's kind of shambling? Yeah.
Yeah, those arm movements indicate...
He's doing the stanky leg. He's gonna whip and then nay-nay, dude.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. We got disconnected.
Is this like a Molly Wendigo?
Well, it disconnected to the tiki torch.
It went back. It went back. It went back.
Oh, look at him. He went on the other
Oh,
side.
that's the end of the video. That's it. It just looped. That's it.
Okay.
So
it is interesting. Like,
that's
even
great
if it's
video.
A fucking,
I love that fucking thing. That's great.
even if it's a dude faking it, or like even if it's like not a creature and it's just some crackhead.
I feel bad for the fucking
yeah.
audience getting jaded as Yakov instead of Yakov who's like, "Whoa, I found a new video. Whoa, this could be real." Instead, I'm like, this is a good okay video. I'm gonna do a couple shots.
Even if it's a random crackhead, that's still scary. Like imagine you're like walking out to smoke a cigarette or something, and you get approached by like this naked dude that's crawling on all fours. Like that's fucking scary.
I need my gun.
Pest asks, what's the popo going to think? Cop's going to ask him if he is a meth cook. Crazy? No. But on drugs? Yes. Maybe. Maybe you're right, dog. I don't want to live in a world where you're right. I want to live in a world where ghouls are real and we get video of them.
I think that ghouls are real, and I think we don't get video of them because the internet is censored.
Dude, they're throttling ghouls? Hashtag stop throttling ghouls?
They're throttling ghouls, and ghouls are part of the class of undead beings that are hard to photograph because they're yin entities, so they don't appear when there's like strong light.
Never there when you need them. Motherfuckers.
Right. And then they don't appear on camera well for a whole bunch of related reasons, partly because they're ethereal.
I agree with that. I will not elaborate. Okay. So, pale crawler encounter and attack in rural Kentucky.
This is a good one, yeah. This one's interesting.
A third party relays an account told to them by the experiencer involving an encounter and attack by a crawler. Very intense incident. What are your thoughts? I came across the following account. Before I get going here. Crawler. Capital C crawler, by the way.
It's another term you hear.
Seems like another name for a rake, to be honest. The gangly humanoid figure that's creeping around in the woods. So it's right in line with all this ghoul stuff. And this is the part where I start to be like, well, is there legitimacy to any of this, or is this just creepypasta shit? Because the rake is creepypasta shit. However, the ideas of these sorts of creatures isn't just creepypastas. Like, it's been around.
There's like paintings of them from like the friggin' Aboriginals had like long, spindly, white, pale figures, like painting on rocks.
I'm skeptical of that. I'll be honest. I'm fucking skeptical. I feel like I know what paintings you're talking about, and that they don't look gangly at all. In fact.
Even if they are, they still have like the gray alien thing going for them.
That's true.
Like that's the thing too. Yeah.
The setting is an extremely rural house in eastern Kentucky, the kind of place where you would have to die 20 miles. I guess that's supposed to say drive. You would have to drive 20 miles to get to civilization. A young girl around the age of 10 is playing fetch with a 90-pound German Shepherd police dog that had just been retired from the force. The girl threw the ball and hit a tree to her right, sending it behind her. The dog charged off behind her to get the ball. Just then, the dog's body was thrown past her and hit a tree with a loud thud, knocking it unconscious. Then, a hard object slammed into the back of her head, knocking her out. When she awoke, she recognized the terrain and knew she was in the deep woods. She also felt her body getting dragged along the forest floor, pulled by the back of her hair. The young girl screamed, scaring whatever was dragging her, making the entity drop her. She then ran off back in the direction of her home. She turned her head to see a white, pale, emaciated figure with black eyes chasing after, rapidly gaining ground. The crawler caught up to the little hare and grabbed the front of her hair, with her kicking and I never said phantomsandmonsters.com was a good source, okay? I've used phantomsandmonsters.com. I live and die by phantomsandmonsters.com.
We all do.
Dude, if they say it's true, I will fucking I will jerk off on
stories.
Research chemicals for 48 hours.
Ooh. Down.
The crawler caught up to her little hare and grabbed the front of her hair while kicking and screaming into the hair. The little girl struggled in vain to get away, but the animal was too strong for her. The crawler dragged her into a riverbed and dunked her head in the water, attempting to drown her. Then she heard a loud cracking sound, loud enough to be heard under the water, and the crawler let go of her. She pulled her head out of the water to see her police dog with its vice-like jaws firmly clamped around the crawler's upper forearm. The arm hung
this story before on friggin' X, so that's why I posted this, because I've heard different versions of this.
Dude, this site's good for random fucking stories with no sources.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
but
love
I've heard a different worded version of this before, so that's why it struck me as weird.
The arm hung limp, and she could tell it had been broken. The crawler tried and failed to lift the dog, but lacked the strength to do so. She then ran off back home, leaving her dog to fight the crawler. Her parents consulted her and believed her story. A day later, the dog hadn't returned. Another day passed. Still, no dog. Excuse me. Then, on the evening of the third day, her dog hobbled out of the woods. Its body, covered in cuts and lacerations. It also had a lot of caked blood around its mouth. The dog made a full recovery and ended up living 3 years after its fight with the crawler. This story confirms the idea that these animals are fragile in comparison to other cryptids, and if the dog was able to take down the crawler, which wouldn't surprise me as a 90-pound German Shepherd can take down a 300-pound man, then perhaps they are even weaker than we thought, and we can fight back. The point is to go out there and hunt the crawlers. I love me a story with a 90-pound German Shepherd that winds up being the hero in the end.
It's a good ending.
It's a good story. Should be told many times. Max is in his crate right now. If you want to see Max on camera, you gotta go to Humble Amongst channel and watch the Juggalos stream. 90-pound German Shepherd, sleeping. Pussy. Bitched out. We're gonna pull an all-nighter. Yeah, there's too much Gavin having dog dreams. He's in there having dog dreams. He's the lucky one right now. Gets to have dog dreams.
Dog.
Fucking Black Baron, fuck it. We converted him to a total fucking gabapentin dependency.
Is he gonna shill us some CBD oils yet?
No, nobody shills. If Baron's not here, Maud's not here, nobody will shill the CBD. You're fucked, everybody. You got to deal with your back pains.
Delta 8 gang.
CBDX or something. Get it.
No Delta 8.
All right. I think I'm going to wrap this one up a little bit early. Like I said, Humble Amongst channel, you got a little extra Yakov content, so it's fucking out there.
It was worth it.
Cut it off. Dude, it was a really good stream. It was fucking awesome. What's chat got to say? Gabe says, I think it's the best recent-ish cryptid video. It has a lot of qualities that come off as relatively genuine. And that's true. I mean, that's what you don't see. It's just like obvious fakes and just like just this ADD shit where there's no time to even analyze anything. It's like a fucking it's like a bad song clip of like 5 seconds and then like a jump scare. And it's like, dude,
can't find. I was looking for like the friggin' Arab videos, but like there wasn't any like recently.
TikTok should be like the best opportunity for like cryptid videos ever and like paranormal videos.
Nobody does it right. Yeah. And no one does it right. Yeah.
Pest says you should check out the Mexican ones. Those are crazy. Mexican TikToks? I'm not sure what you're exactly referencing here. The ghouls, not the crackheads, he says. They're now looking at like Bruja videos. Is that what it is? Bruja? The
Yeah, Bruja. Yeah, it's Spanish for witch.
The Latin American witches. Those are really good videos. We'll revisit that sometime soon. Crawler sounds like a pedo, Pest says.
We can have that episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Do a Bruja episode.
Hell yeah. The old Bruja. With that, everyone go to yakobees.com. Follow me at Skinwalker Gang, at Skinwalker Gang on Twitter. Patreon.com/yakovalive if you want to come in the Discord. Fucking watch movies and wrestling and fucking talk metaphysics, bro. And schizo garbage. All day, every day.
Garbage. Shitty TikTok videos, shitty cryptid videos. We got it all.
We don't. And there's also tits.
Occasionally.
Anyone else want to shill? What's going on here?
That's it, man.
That's it. No more shilling. That's it.
Well,
I ain't doing nothing new.
I've got like 3 episodes edited. I got to upload them because my fucking internet's going in and out.
This wait is longer than the wait for the next fucking Game of Thrones book. This wait for the fucking something.
I got blocked by fucking George R.R. Martin on Twitter because I sent him the George Floyd edit of him with "I can't write, I can't write," and he fucking blocked me. I can't write.
Fan-fucking-tastic. All right, thank you, Scar. Gnome sightings in South America. That's another good one to revisit.
Well, it sounds like the gnomes are associated with Germanic people because, like, you get the Tommy knockers that like live in the mines, like fucking help the German miners.
Thank you, King of Whoopconda. Thank you, Pest, for you fucking all of your critical comments. I love that shit, to be honest. We'll catch all of you guys next week, I guess. Once again, check out fucking Humble Amongst channel. Look at that fucking Dark Carnival. I think it says like Dark Carnival and Paranormal. That's the title of the video. It's the most recent stream. Great fucking shit. I had a blast doing it. Can't wait to go to the fucking gathering. I want each and every one of you motherfuckers there, is what I really desire.
Oh, I want to be there.
Buy a ticket to the gathering to make Doro seethe. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop, y'all.
Whoop, whoop.